Welcome back everyone. I literally had to stop making those iOS 14 videos. I need a little bit of a break in between my content. And what I would tell you is that I love my Nintendo Switch. I love my regular Switch. I love my Switch Lite. And there's definitely more pros than cons. And there's really not too much to hate on it. A new successor to the Switch should be coming out sooner than later, honestly. But what I will tell you is that there's one specific problem about the Nintendo Switch from me that I think honestly is probably the biggest issue with the Nintendo Switch. And I've made several videos on my second channel talking about these issues and how to potentially fix them without taking it apart and all that. And those videos get substantially more views than a lot of my other videos. And that says to me that a lot of people are experiencing this issue as well. And that specific issue is the joystick drift. I think you guys already know what I'm talking about. Now here's the thing. It's not just pertinent to the Nintendo Switch. It also happens to the PS4, the Xbox One as well. And I think I've made different videos talking about that, at least different videos on how to fix that. And here's what the issue is, okay? With the Nintendo Switch, I think you're in a better situation than not. But even then, I mean, these joysticks are pretty expensive, and the fact that you have to go and constantly fix them is insane. And based on how many people I've heard that have had messed up joysticks on a Nintendo Switch versus a PlayStation 4 controller, I feel like there's more cases of the Nintendo Switch controller being like that than the PS4 controller. So keep that in mind. And I'm trying to say like Sony and Microsoft are perfect, but that's a humongous thing to keep in mind when I'm talking about that. Now with my specific Nintendo Switch, I bought it. It was great. But within I think a month in, I started experiencing that joystick drift a little bit, and then it went super crazy. And by the time Animal Crossing came out, I couldn't handle it anymore. Then I had to go buy and switch up to those green joysticks. And this is the thing. I mean, it's just a huge inconvenience. There was a conspiracy out there. I don't know if it's true, but it's like Nintendo was purposely doing this because they want people to buy more Joy-Cons. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm allegedly saying that. I'm not saying that's true or not, but that's pretty interesting and it kind of makes sense. Now, that's for the Nintendo Switch. It's really not a hugely crazy deal, but it's kind of an annoyance. But with the Nintendo Switch Lite, that is a whole nother level. That is a crazy ballpark you're talking about. That Nintendo Switch Lite, you can't just go and swap out the controllers like that or the Joy-Cons because they're embedded into the system. It's just like any other portable console, except you can't replace the controllers. Now, you can connect another Joy-Con to it. That's always a possibility. But at the end of the day, it's just another annoyance that you have to go through. And for a portable console like that, you would expect Nintendo to have that type of things flattened out and straightened out before it even comes out. And the fact that people are even saying that those issues happen on the Nintendo Switch Lite is insane. And it really should not be like that at all. So that's another humongous thing right there. I mean, there's just one problem after another when it comes to the Joy-Cons. It really interferes with how you're playing the games and everything. So that's the problem, right? That is the issue. A lot of people are experiencing it. Now, one of the biggest changes Nintendo can do going to the next iteration of Nintendo Switches, which would be like the Switch 2 and the Switch 2 Lite, whatever they're going to call it, they would have to change up the whole entire Joy-Con system, but keep it the same. And what I mean by that is the internals are what's going wrong. That specific Joy-Con mechanism just isn't working as well for some reason, and it seems like that's the case for a lot of other consoles. So Nintendo can go and think of another technology. I don't know what they can do. They're going to have to do something because that Joy-Con is just too unpredictable. Too many games depend on that Joy-Con. And the fact that, these things can go bad at any minute and then you have to go and, change out to new ones and all that stuff is going to be a pretty big deterrent, I'm sure, for a lot of people to pick them up. Now, my opinion doesn't really matter because nobody's going to care what I say. But like I said, it's more of an annoyance than not. And when Nintendo, honestly, if they go and fix this, if they go and address it, that could be one of the biggest changes that people will probably switch to, going from a Switch to a Switch 2. And honestly, I would in a heartbeat do that. If Nintendo said our Joy-Cons are way more reliable, there's very low chances of it breaking or whatever, 100% I'm down for it. And I would easily recommend it to a lot of other people too. So that's really pretty much it. That's, in my opinion, the biggest problem with the Nintendo Switch and the Switch Lite. If you guys agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.